All right, everyone, we're back this week with another episode of this DC Super Friends, and yeah, it's been kind of a weird week. Not much has happened. It's pretty slow again, for comics and stuff like that. But tomorrow is the opening of Fantastic Four.
Oh
So,
yes, once
you guys
again.
hyped? You guys gonna go opening day? Uh, yeah.
I guess technically, I mean they don't even do like opening. This is my biggest pet peeve with theaters now is they don't even do like just midnight showings anymore. It used to be such like a big kind of part of the culture, and now they've kind of opened it up to other people. That it's like I don't really want to go at midnight. Can I go at like 7? And then there's like a 7 o'clock showing, and like a 9 and 11. So movies now actually open on Thursday,
Hmm.
guys. They don't open on Fridays anymore. But yeah, me and Josh are probably gonna go tomorrow at some point. He is much more excited for it than I am.
Uh,
I'm reading the reviews, and it's
hmm.
confirming why I was on the fence in the first place.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we got CJ and McKinley up in here too. By the way, just
yes,
just to clear that
if
up
you
for
couldn't tell,
everybody. Yeah,
I was gone for a week, so people might have
yeah.
forgotten what I
You want
sounded
to
like.
tell people
I'm
what's happened for the past?
Well, I was gonna say I'm really sad because that girl that liked my voice in the reaction, she might have forgotten what I sounded like, or maybe she's the only one that remembers. But no, I was actually gone. I left to go to Las Vegas first for a few days, which is really fun when you can't drink or gamble. But it's great. It's the most bizarre city on the planet. And then I went from there to the Grand Canyon, where for 6 days I actually rafted down the Colorado River. It sounds like I was a very brave explorer, but it wasn't really. It
You're
wasn't
out
very
in the
hard at all.
elements there.
Yes, they slept under the stars and all that gritty shit, but I mean, they fed us very, very well. Nobody ever went hungry. The exertion was minimal. It was honestly more like a cruise that you got very cold on. But yeah, so I had fun. I'm glad to be back. Very glad to be back here. You guys have been doing fine while I've been gone. You guys don't even need me, other than tonight when no one else is here.
Right. We couldn't get Luke for this one. I guess he's busy with
Yes.
other stuff. But yeah, yeah,
Oh man, Luke's dead.
yeah,
Luke's dead. R.I.P. in peace.
yeah, what have you been up to, McKinley?
Living life, getting ready for college. That's pretty much it.
There you go. Ooh,
Yeah.
fun times.
Next
Fun
step.
times.
Next step.
Next step in life. Where are you going? Where are you going? Just so people know where to stop you.
Oh no!
You're gonna have
Bring
fans
it.
coming
Bring
up.
it.
Yeah, the McKinley fans.
Probably nowhere where people will be going. Tyler Junior College, over in Tyler,
All right.
Texas.
JUCO.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yep.
I'll be there. I'll hold the sign.
Dude,
I'll follow
awesome.
you around.
Awesome.
McKinley fan group.
You'll drive the limo for me.
I will. Well, by limo if you're fine with the 2004 Hyundai Elantra.
As long as I can call you Alfred, we're cool.
That would be an honor, sir. No. Okay. So, Nick, how have you been? What have you been up to?
I've been pretty good. It's been pretty chill here in Cali. I don't know the weather. We talked about this last week, I think, or the week before. But yeah, the weather has been really weird here. It's like either super hot or like windy, like monsoon type
Yeah.
weather. It's like weird.
See, that's the thing. In Arizona, I guess it's actually their monsoon season. So I went out expecting what they call monsoon season is very tame.
Yeah.
I went out, and it was like while we were on the raft and while we were in Vegas and on the raft, I never really saw I'm not gonna say like I never saw a cloud because the sky is just huge, but it was really bright, really sunny. It was like 100+ degrees every day on the river, and then once we got off the river, like the day we actually left, it started to get cloudy and rain, and there was just a ton of rain, and it was like 70 degrees every day. Very strange. So is it like California's monsoon season as well? It's just August where the West Coast gets their rain, or
It's just California.
just Cali?
Yeah,
Just
the weather
Cali?
is so weird here, man.
It's
It
just
change
West
daily.
Coast weather in general. That's how it is in
Yeah.
Texas
I know.
too.
Yeah, you guys kind of not really McKinley.
Yeah.
But Nick always likes to tease me about the California weather, how nice it is. Especially, it's great when I'm sitting there in Virginia February at like 19 degrees,
Oh yeah.
freezing my toes
Yeah, I was
off.
wearing
and it's
shorts
like,
and t-shirt.
Yeah, it was 76 degrees today in California. Fucking tastic. But no, yeah. So
Yeah,
good
but
to hear.
like other than that, I've been working on some scripts and stuff like that, just reading up on stuff. I was actually trying to catch up on surprisingly the John Ostrander Suicide Squad run from the 80s. I was reading through that. It's actually really good. I don't know if you guys have read it.
Nope.
I have not.
Um,
You getting yourself hyped for like the next August?
Yeah, it's interesting how like, because back then I don't think anyone gave a shit about like Captain Boomerang or any of those characters, but it's crazy how like he actually made them really cool in that comic. Like they were
Yeah.
all like awesome, and even Batman was on the Suicide Squad at one point. Like,
Huh.
so
That's a twist.
yeah, definitely recommend you guys check it out if you're a fan. If you want to kind of get that vibe, get into that world before the movie.
That was like the great thing about like the Convergent Suicide Squad tie-in. If anyone read it, I know I did,
Yeah.
and I loved it. It was probably honestly, all in all, my favorite Suicide Squad tie-in, or my favorite Convergence tie-in. Excuse me, it's late when we're recording this, but I loved that. It kind of had that, it was definitely made to feel like a 70s, 80s comic, but it really, it was very slick. Boomerang was honestly probably one of the best characters. Boomerang and Deadshot like stole the show in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
But yeah,
we got a
we do.
we got a lot of stuff to talk about.
We
too.
do.
Do we?
Do we really? Not really, honestly. All things considered,
I mean, it's
pretty slow week.
Yeah, it is. The last 2 weeks have been really kind of going back on this whole casting crutch because it's been basically all they've been giving us now. I mean, not too much into the whole TV shows or trailers or anything. It's just a lot of casting.
No plot points. No plot points.
Yeah, nothing like that. So I think the first thing we do want to touch upon, though, we didn't really get to talk about it last week, was that The Wrap is reporting that the deal for Chris Pine's character in the DC universe is Steve Trevor, and it's closed. Like, he's signed off and it's good to go. Obviously, it had been rumored that he was going to be Hal Jordan, possibly, or Steve Trevor. But I guess, what do you guys think about him closing the deal for Steve Trevor?
Nuh-uh. Mckinnley gives a strong to this news.
Basically, I mean, I was never really for. I mean, I could see him as Hal Jordan, but I always saw him more as Steve, mainly just because I can't see the stuff that Hal usually has. His whole, what's the word? His big personality, the way he's so open.
Yeah.
Like I can't really see Chris Pine doing that. But
well, the thing to me is like, I think Chris Pine. I mean, I've always been more for him as Hal than Steve. I think mainly because him as Steve would be kind of shocking. Like to see him take, the role of Steve in the comics is, it's not like, I don't want to say like subservient because that sounds bad, but it's kind of like you're by far and away second fiddle. Like, and it's not even that it would be bad for him to play a supporting character. It's just that it's not even like really a supporting character. Like Steve really doesn't do a whole lot. Like there have been some runs where he actually is like an Argus operative and he has more to do, but by far and away he usually just doesn't have a lot to do in the comics. And so this would mean probably a much more increased role for someone like Chris Pine. But I mean, to me, Hal is essentially, I mean, he's Captain Kirk in space, and Chris Pine has done, no matter how you feel really about the new Star Trek movies, I think Chris Pine's done a pretty admirable job. Admirable. I was gonna say admiral.
He is admiral now.
Thinking Star Trek, but he's done a pretty admirable job playing Kirk, and I think if Hal is just Kirk in space, which typically he typically is portrayed that way, I couldn't really think of anyone really better suited for the role. But I mean, of course, we all know it's Ricardo Seguera who's gonna be Hal Jordan, guys.
Yeah. Well, maybe Kyle Rayner too. I don't know, but
there you go. He could be.
Controversy. Hal Jordan will be black, played by Lance Gross.
Yeah, Lance Gross. So they get Lance and Tyrese. I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I think it's just stumping for. Those guys definitely don't have a role. It's just. Yeah, that's. I'm surprised. Fans everywhere, viewers everywhere will be shocked that we didn't lead off with the big breaking news that Ricardo Seguera was gonna be in the DC universe, and Lance Gross as well, very clearly.
Yeah,
but they have taken the oath. Everyone, remember that they've taken the oath.
They took the oath, guys. They took the oath. It's confirmed. But
yeah,
no,
but
I mean,
I was just gonna say about the whole Chris Pine thing. I mean, it like him choosing to play Steve Trevor. It does kind of give him that opening to being in part of this kind of universe, but not having to lead a universe, like lead his own movie. He can still be part of this franchise, like a comic book role, but it's not like he has to carry a movie by himself, kind of. So
no, not at all.
It's a safe spot.
Yeah, I mean, that might be a draw. It's definitely a lower pressure role. So many people will expect so much out of Hal.
Yeah.
I think that this is something where not many people expect much from Steve Trevor, and so it's a relatively low stakes job. I mean, honestly, I don't even think that's the thing. I'm sure they've got someone in mind for Hal, or they've got something in mind for the Green Lantern movie, because I still am trying to wrap my head around the fact that, okay, if he was offered Hal and didn't get it, like, what is that? What does that mean? Did he turn it down? I'm not so sure about that, but especially because that's a role as Hal is front and center in the DC universe.
Yeah, well,
who knows?
we don't know. Yeah, Steve Trevor could be like he is in the New 52, this liaison between the Justice League and like Argus and all that. Like maybe he is in the Justice League movies. We don't know yet, but
yeah, he could be. He really could be. And it could also say something about Green Lantern too. Like maybe this is going to finally shift the focus away from Hal, and it's going to be more centered on the other Lanterns. Like John Stewart might be
Guy Gardner,
in the number one spot. Guy Gardner could get it. He could show up. Kyle Rayner maybe. I mean, we already know it's more Green Lantern Corps focus, so the pressure is not going to be all on one guy. But who knows? I think this. I'm not reading into it too much because we never really got. I think it was only really ever rumored that he was up for Hal. The Steve Trevor stuff came to us from, I think the original story was from Variety. So I think, we'll see. We'll never probably get a confirmation as to whether he was ever actually up for Green Lantern or not.
No, but I guess on the topic of Wonder Woman, though, I'm hearing that they just hired a really good weapons and I guess physical stunt coordinator on the movie.
That'd be good.
And they're going to start shooting very soon. So I guess are you guys excited for the Wonder Woman movie, or are you?
Oh no, I'm definitely excited for sure. It'll be interesting to see where she goes. I think a lot of how people treat her character and view her character is going to be defined by what we see in BVS. But I mean, from what we've seen already, the costume in action just looked really good. I think the BVS trailer, I mean, did a lot to kind of dispel some, I feel like, a little bit of the animosity towards Gal Gadot. Gadot, I've heard it pronounced both ways, but ultimately we'll see when the movie comes out, and I think that'll set the stage for more from her and from the movie.
Definitely. It really begs the question, though, what exactly are they going to do with Steve Trevor? Is he just going to be that dancer in distress? Not damsel, dancer in distress.
He's the dancer.
Or will he be...
we could still call him a dancer.
Yeah, he could still be a damsel. Or is he going to play that... I guess you could say he could split the role with Amanda Waller as the Nick Fury for all of this and jump into different movies.
That'd be interesting. I think he might be more like, I'm going to go ahead and coin this. I'm going to say Steve Trevor is probably going to be like the Black Widow of the DCCU.
He's going to be the Agent Coulson of the DCU.
That would be pretty cool too if he's behind.
It's like the right-hand man,
That'd be pretty sick. We'll see that. And maybe, I mean, who knows, BVS might hint towards something with his, who knows, Chris Pine might be in a fighter jet flying somewhere.
Well, we're gonna get set photos soon because they're gonna start shooting Wonder Woman. So
true. He could also. I mean, it's worth noting. He was an Argus liaison. Argus, may be featured in Suicide Squad potentially.
Oh, it is actually. I think it's confirmed.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, there's a.
If it's.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was confirmed or not, but yeah. So I mean, if Argus is in the movie, who knows? They're still shooting. Fly Chris Pine out for a quick cameo.
He's like,
maybe
I'm
he's going on a mission.
the Justice League.
There you go. Or you could do like his an after credit scene, like his plane crashes on an island. There you go.
Yeah,
perfectly set up, bow wrapped.
Yeah, it is weird. They were saying in the Empire magazine, the interview, they said that Wonder Woman is the person that basically pushes the Batman and Superman to forming the Justice League. So it's kind of interesting too.
The glue, as you say.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
hey guys, want to keep this gig going? We got some good chemistry here.
Yeah, really curious to see how they're gonna form the Justice League in this movie. Cause
let's take this shit on the road, guys. But no, yeah, get this stuff on tour. I mean, it's really interesting because some of the stuff that we've been hearing from BVS, there's a new leaked plot summary out that I'm not sure if it's accurate or not, but it kind of falls in line. Yeah, this one. Of course, every time there's a new trailer
I just
or
wrote
picture.
That one this morning, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's every single time. I'm not sure if it's accurate because I mean every time we get one of these things, it kind of seems conveniently that it it kind of just like includes the amount from like the new trailer that we've gotten, but this one actually was quite inclusive. Like it jumped on some more details that we might have previously not known, so maybe we'll link that or something, but I'm sure a lot of people have seen it.
Yeah,
and the way it kind of describes the forming of the Justice League is really interesting as well. It kind of happens a little organically, like Wonder Woman kind of will start it, but you know, it does kind of happen a little very organically, you could say.
Yep.
Interesting. But yeah, I guess the next thing we have here is more casting from Legends.
You're gonna get very tired of casting, guys.
Yeah, probably. But
post SDCC lull.
Yeah, but it's cool because Legends is actually, they confirmed it's gonna drop in January next year, and it's basically gonna. Cool. We got the casting for Vandal Savage and Hawkman, and
Hawkman.
Yeah, Hawkman.
Hawkman.
What is his name? Hawkman or something? What is?
Falk Hinchell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's basically going to show up on... They're going to do apparently an Arrow Flash crossover, and that's going to lead into Legends, and he's going to be on that. So that's kind of cool that he's going to appear there first. I guess, what do you guys think about these characters?
I mean, we're going to talk about them individually, I think, but good casting all around. Falk looks very much like Hawkman.
Yeah.
And the guy that got to play Vandal Savage looks very, very good. He looks so much the part. Like, you know, I'm not sure you could have cast anyone better, especially if you're going on TV. And I think he could be as good, hopefully, as Nabel was as Ra's al Ghul. But yeah, and just a quick question for Legends: is that gonna, you know, be shown alongside like Arrow and Flash, or Arrow and Flash gonna take a little break while they do Legends?
Yeah, pretty sure it's like a filler
break.
Yeah.
That's gonna be really cool then. I mean, because shows like that usually do like a. I mean, they usually have that break, like that Christmas. They'll do like a Christmas episode, and then they'll be gone for like 2 months. So pump out all like 8 episodes, real quick, or 12 episodes, or whatever it is, and then come back.
Yeah, because basically they were saying that the Arrow and Flash, they're going to cross over annually from now on. So I'm guessing that this is going to be probably like the mid-season finale is going to be their crossover, and then it's going to lead into Legends.
It's a pretty good.
Maybe they can explain why Oliver is like not in the trailer, other than giving him like that little speech while he's not actually there fighting with them.
I mean, they've got their work cut out for them explaining like why is Sarah alive and why is she the White Canary? You know.
Yeah.
Who is Riff Hunter? Is it all time travel? You know, where is Hawkman from?
Yeah, that's actually really interesting. How are they going to explain the Thanagarians? Are they going to be aliens? Are they just going to be like Egyptians that were reincarnated or something?
Or how about both?
Because I read in there was an article. Yeah, there was I think it was the comicbook.com article talking about how Falk Hinshaw was cast, and I completely blanked on the fact that apparently I don't know if it was the Arrow season finale or the Flash season finale, but the chick that's going to play Hawkgirl was there.
Yeah, she was in the Flash finale.
Yeah,
I completely spaced on that. But so she's going to be. She was already there, but they're leaving a lot to kind of set up in season 2 first. But yes, so
yeah, it's interesting. Like the whole Thanagarian race, they can go into all the alien aspects of it and stuff. But I mean, who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, let's see which is better on the budget. That's the question.
That is a good question. I mean, part of me feels like, in the old CW, the pre-Flash CW, they definitely would have changed it. Like, maybe they're from an island that has never been discovered before. But, I mean, from the island, guys. But
the Amazonians? Psh, you mean Thanagarians. Yes. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. But I think in the post-Flash CW, they definitely are trying to... I think Flash showed them that like they could lighten it up a little bit and still be like super successful, because Flash was actually, I think, pound for pound like the best rated show, the best rated comic book TV show, if I remember correctly. People really bought into that. Gotham, yes.
But I'm not joking. I think I had like 10
no. It actually was the top one.
Ridiculous.
It was Gotham and Flash. I mean, it wasn't like none of them were like super highly viewed, but Gotham and Flash were like 1 and 2.
Oh, yes.
AOS was number 3, but. I mean, and Arrow seems to be taking a cue from the Flash, and season 4 is supposed to be a little bit lighter.
Yeah, they're like, they're like, yeah, we just got to retcon everything in season 3. Just
exactly.
Pull a Flash.
Throw color at the screen.
Exactly, just splash it. And I mean, so I feel like to a degree, like they might be willing to embrace more of the comic booky aspects of the Thanagarians, but who knows? I mean, it could be wrong, but
Yeah, I guess on the subject of Vandal Savage, though, I was worried too. Like, who were they gonna cast? I thought they were gonna go for like a modern approach and get like some clean cut businessman, but he looks, like you said, he looks perfect.
He looks incredibly
yeah.
the part. His name is Casper Crump.
Mhm.
He's a Swedish actor, I believe, Danish actor. I mean, he looks the part so much that it's like I said. I don't think you could have gotten a better guy for TV. Apparently, he's more known for his television roles, anyways, overseas. But so there's not going to be a lot of U.S. experience to him, and I think that honestly probably
It's
plays
actually
in his
pretty
favor.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, for a guy like Savage. But I mean, this THR article, they've got this picture of him like next to Savage, and he doesn't need to like cut his hair or shave. Or
He's with that big old beard and everything.
Yeah, he's good to go, guys. But yeah, I mean, Vandal Savage is just such a strange. Like this THR article actually has like a blurb at the bottom about how Dean Cain was the immortal doctor in Smallville that was originally supposed to be Vandal Savage. So this is the first time Savage has actually been on TV.
Is it live action ever? Like, this is the first...
Yeah, it's the first time Vandal Savage has been on live action TV ever.
Huh.
Yeah, you're thinking of Dr. Curtis Knox from Smallville. That's what it was.
Dr. Curtis Knox. So, I mean, I was kind of worried they were going to get someone like Dean Cain to play Vandal Savage.
No, he's too busy in Supergirl, man.
I love you, Dean. It's okay.
Oh, did you guys... it was also... This is kind of a minor thing, but did you guys see that leaked photo of Damien Dark in Arrow?
No.
There was actually a photo. I think it looks like someone, like some guy on production, like they snapped a shot of it like off a TV, like they're watching the season 4 trailer, I guess, for Arrow, and you get to see who's the actor that plays Dum Dum Dugan and like all.
Neil McDonough.
Yeah,
I believe.
Yeah, we got to see him in costume as Damien Dark. He looks really good.
I was gonna say they got M. Bison himself to play Damien Dark.
Yeah, he looks kind of like I guess they're describing him as. He's kind of a different villain that we've seen because I think that what they were saying is how Malcolm and like all the villains that Oliver has faced have they've been like they want the greater good but they're going about it in a wrong way, and like Damien Dark is just like pure evil. Like he just doesn't care about anything. Like he just wants to do what he wants to do basically. So.
And that might be like another like nod to the Flash, and you look at how Thawne was, where he wasn't really for the greater good at all.
Like,
he was more
Barry.
like yeah. Oh, I'm so sad. That's my one sad, sad face is he never said it. But
I killed her. It was me.
No, it's like it's like Thawne. It's like I am Eobard Thawne. It's like, why are you doing all this? Because I hate you. That was literally it, and it was just fantastic. But yeah. So
going back to Vandal, since we're thinking about thinking of the concept for how he's supposed to be from way back when. And he's had all this experience. Maybe that could go back into Hawkman, being Egyptian. Yeah, Hawkman. Maybe they crossed paths.
Maybe they crossed
paths. I was just thinking about that.
Like,
yeah, they could have crossed paths. And
there you go.
Connection.
He was Ramses.
I guess Rip Hunter would be the guy that knows Vandal Savage, right? I mean,
exactly. Yeah, Rip Hunter probably like. I mean, especially if Vandal Savage is going to have like the whole time traveling thing and not what like the animated series and stuff like to do with him, or the animated movie specifically, the Justice League Doom, wasn't it? Justice League Doom, yeah, where he just basically had lived a really long time and didn't really time travel.
He just took.
It'll be interesting to see what they do.
He just took Raz's spot in that story.
Yeah, there you go. Although really good movie.
You know what would be really really cool if they did this on Legends is. Because I believe in the trailer they referenced that they're going to have to travel through time to stop him, right? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, it would be awesome if they did it, even if it was just like for one episode out of Legends or two or whatever. Like, they jump to the future, just like in Justice League Unlimited. Remember that they go to the future?
Yeah.
And there was the alternate timeline with the Nazi world. Yeah. That would be so awesome if they did that.
That'd be really sick. I'd love to see that.
There was like an alternate.
Must see TV right there.
Yeah, they're gonna steal my idea. They're like, you got to do that now.
And then they got to leave when a JL logo comes up.
Yeah.
Ugh. That'd be really cool, especially like that would be a really interesting chance to introduce some characters that you might not have seen yet.
Yeah, they put Batman on TV. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. It honestly might be like a way to introduce another character that was just recently cast today, actually. So. who knows? Maybe that's one of the ways they'll bring him in, but we're not sure. So,
Yeah.
Nick, do you want to?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So basically, the last casting that happened today from the CW was obviously we knew this character was coming to Flash season 2. It was rumored, then it was confirmed. Wally West officially cast.
Yes.
The actor, he's pretty good. I think he's a pretty good choice. He looks kind of like the New 52 Wally, and
He actually looks a lot like
yeah, I think he'll do a really good job. I think it'll be really fun with it.
Hold on, a Wally West casting? I thought it was Eric East. What are you talking about?
Eric
What?
East.
Eric East. No, yeah.
Eric East.
Yeah, he looks just like him. Perfect skin tone.
Yeah, from
Got
and
that.
I'm not sure how Josh feels about this. I'll
Yeah,
ask
Yeah,
him
Josh
in
is
half
like,
an
no,
hour.
they.
Drat! My plans are foiled. It'll be really interesting to see though, because especially because they haven't really, and maybe it was just they had something in mind, or maybe they just hadn't found the right actor for Wally. But I mean, typically, Wally's the nephew, and in the West family house that we've seen so far, there is no other brother. So it'll be really interesting to see no other brother other than Barry
Or sister,
So maybe
or anything like that.
My guess is it'll be from an alternate universe or something like that. If they're definitely playing up the alternate universe aspect, or it even could be something that comes out of Legends of Tomorrow. They find Wally in an alternate dimension, or something like that. Or maybe he's from the future.
Mhm.
He's their kid or something like that. and that
I
could
forgot
introduce
what
a
I
nice
read,
dynamic.
but I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be working with Eobard. I forgot where I read
That'd be
that he
interesting.
could be working with him, and he's the one who brings him into all this, and maybe he tricks him.
Since we have this, since we had this, this trailer that kind of seemed to show a blue streak, I've had this theory that alternate universe Eddie Thawne was going to be cobalt blue, especially since they had this big thing about the alternate universe to begin with. I think that might be a way to bring Eddie back, and some good old CW teen drama with Iris and alternate universe Eddie, who's actually really evil. But, I think Wally West. There are a couple ways they could introduce Wally West. That's what I'll say.
Didn't they do that recently with the New 52? When they brought him in, he was a blue, he was evil or something, or was
No, that was Barry. That was Barry.
Oh, that was Barry.
Yeah,
That was me, Barry. Or that's not. It was me, Barry. That's it. It was
me.
It was me, comma Barry.
It was you.
Instead of it was, yeah.
No, but yeah, it's interesting too that Wally, the actor, is only a year or two younger than Grant. So
Yeah.
he's not a kid or anything.
Yeah,
so they're not
that's
going
why it's
for
more
that
likely he
angle.
could be from Earth 2
Yeah.
or something like that.
I mean, it could also just be maybe in an alternate universe instead of Barry, being raised by the Wests, maybe Wally is raised by the Allens or something like that. And that way, who knows? Maybe they could have Grant Gustin from an alternate universe be Cobalt Blue.
Hey, maybe he's gay. He's the Iris to Jay, to Mr.
There
Garrick.
you go. There you go.
Completely twisted all
because
up.
Jay Garrick was cast and everything. Yeah, that's gonna be
Yes.
so cool.
Was he cast?
Yes.
Or-
Yeah,
he was
there's an
cast.
actor.
I was really sad. I was kind of hoping they were gonna have it be super cool and have John Wesley Shipp play Jay Garrick in the other
We
universe.
all wished.
I know. We all wish. I love the fact that he's even on the show though. That's so cool.
Mm-hmm. But he's gonna eventually die, right? It's
I
gonna
know.
happen.
He's probably dying this season, to be honest with you.
Mhm. Heart attack.
Oh, it's gonna
Next
be cool
snap.
to see to see. We don't know if Wally's gonna even have powers either this season.
Yeah.
So it'll be
Yeah.
interesting too if they have an episode where all three of them race, Jay Garrick and Barry and
Young Justice, except
Yeah.
without Bart.
Mark that down. It's just gonna be Nick he's writing the finale for you guys. CW, just get your pens out.
Yeah, they already stole our ideas. They already got it. They're okay.
Cosmic. I'm predicting it now. Cosmic treadmill. They're gonna use the cosmic treadmill. All three of them are gonna run on it.
And then
There
Barry
you
goes
go.
into the Speed Force.
And you know what you do, CW? You know what you do there? You just print the money. You're printing money there. You're putting out currency.
It's gonna be like I said though. I'm really excited for the season 2. I'm just so curious how they're gonna top season 1 because every episode was just mind blowing. Every episode had a thing leading into the next one. Wow, I got to see the next episode. How are they gonna up that?
It's really funny because it goes back to something that a guy I follow on Twitter. I can't remember exactly who it was. Maybe who knows? Maybe he's watching this right now.
He is,
But he said I've got really high expectations for Gotham and really low expectations for the Flash. So that probably means that I'll hate Gotham and love the Flash, and that's what happened to everybody. I don't think anybody expected anything from the Flash, and honestly, it was my favorite show of last fall.
Oh yeah,
most definitely.
Last spring. Really nice surprise in my mind. Must watch TV every week, especially if you're a fan of the characters and the CW verse that they're setting up.
The hype.
Yeah,
the hype is real.
Jeff Johns is doing us proud.
Yes,
with the TV
Jeff
stuff
Johns.
for sure.
Homegrown Jeff Johns, all natural, 100% organic. I don't even know where I was going with that. I just started saying
he's getting everything ready before he starts helping Affleck write Batman.
Yes,
dude.
he's
Did I ever tell you guys about that? When I met him at San Diego this year, I got to talk to him again.
Yeah, you told me.
I asked him straight up. I was like, "So, are you excited to write Batman with Ben?" He's like, "Oh," he just smiled. He's like, "Oh, I can't talk about that." I was like, "But that's happening, right?" He's like, I can't go into that, but."
This is like Jeff Johns somehow was an anagram for Kevin Feige. Yeah, it's whatever they call that.
Yeah,
it's like, yes, he will be the reverse Feige.
Executive producer.
Yes, EP that shit to victory. But yes,
in Johns we trust.
Yeah,
we don't have a top 5 for this week, do we?
No. That was pretty much the show. Actually, I mean, we
not
don't
enough
really...
comes in. It's like cue the credits, roll the credits.
One thing I did want to mention though is that we, unfortunately, I don't know you guys have been keeping up with this, but we haven't taken viewer questions the past few weeks. We apologize for that, but we do probably want to do that in the future. So I guess if you guys want to submit questions, I'll throw up the diagram on the screen. You guys can just check out the details for that.
Yes.
But yeah, definitely be sure to submit questions. Don't submit like a 3-part question, like a paragraph essay, like I want to know this, and this. Just try and
leave
keep
that
it
in the comment section.
Yeah.
Keep it simple, because you guys don't realize this. We record this very late at night, and
and plus if we want to get through
so
like
much.
2 or 3, maybe, or like at least 2,
Exactly. I mean that sounds really fun, and it's something that we sadly haven't gotten off the ground. But I mean, now that we got the podcast pretty much humming, humming along each week. Something we definitely want to try. So did we decide on like a hashtag for it? I think maybe just Superfriends podcast.
Yeah, or SF podcast, something like that. Yeah, but
use that.
Yes.
Tweet us or leave your comment in the comments below. I guess would be the quick thing to say. But like Nick's probably got the thing up on the screen now.
Don't forget the Hybrid Network Facebook page.
Yes, you can ask us questions over there too, and like it if you haven't. It's really cool. Sometimes we'll just put stuff up there that's pretty funny. We got a good group of guys running that page, so
yeah,
myself included.
Yeah, but that's pretty much the show. Be sure to tune in next week. We're going to talk about hopefully more stuff, maybe comics next week. Definitely comics next week because I was looking at
big week.
Yeah, looking at the books. There's going to be a ton of stuff to talk about. So yeah, that's basically it. I guess we'll see you guys then.
Yeah, your mid-credits scene right now is that I'm actually going to record CBVS with Josh right now, so get hype. There you go.
Be hype.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Be hype. All right.
See ya.
Flame War.
Bye.